Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode
Oh,
of the Eagles in the Digital Business,
oh
a
yeah,
Candid Chit Chat with Mosunmola and
oh yeah,
Sandy.
Sunday.
So, today we're going to be talking about um, can you describe a major challenge you encounter along the way and how you tackle it? But before we dive into the topic, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm the face of the Facebook business page, Sandy Caballero, Sandy to Empower Lives. I'm originally from Panama, but I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry. I'm also a proud digital business owner. Like you.
So, my name is Mosunmola, the face behind mosuconsult.com. On Facebook, I'm originally from Nigeria, but now I reside and I work in the USA as a healthcare professional. Actually, I've been a healthcare worker for several years. I worked so many years in Nigeria. I reached the top, and then I came to the USA in search of greener pastures, and I'm still working here. And now I discovered this beautiful business that makes life easy.
Yes. Okay, so we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesday and every Thursday we have our live webinar. So our live webinar is every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. So if you want to learn how you can earn online, you just have to register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you the invitation to watch the live webinar. In this case, you can catch the replay from last Thursday. So here is the host and panelist for this past Thursday. So our host was Tina. So she's a retired business development manager. We also have as panelists Beth, a mechanical engineer. We have Alberta and Clarence, an accountant and healthcare professional, and an electrician. We have Kishwar, a full time mom and a digital business owner.
Yeah, and we also had Aiden, a dentist, practicing dentist. And we have Shazia, a journalist. We have Lena, who is a registered nurse. And we had Natasha, that is a full-time digital business owner, all on the panel.
Yes, thank you, Mosunmola. Yes, and we also want to tell you that our replay has subtitles in any languages, and our live webinars have now subtitled in 5 languages, so that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So if you want to learn how you can earn online, you just have to register in any of the websites that appears on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to catch the replay from last Thursday and to register for the next live webinar on Tuesday. All right, so let's tackle, or go into the topic for today. So our topic is, can you describe a major challenge you encounter along the way and how you tackle it? So for me, I'll start with me, unless you want to start, Mosumola.
Let me start.
Oh, you want to start? Okay.
Okay. I'm always very happy to share this because I mean I can see where I was and I can see where I am now. And it's always very exciting to me because I know there are so many people out there that are still what I was in those days. So, what happened? I was born an introvert, or I thought I was an introvert because there's nothing that you have today that has not always been there before. You just didn't discover it. So, when I came into the business, I didn't really realize that I had to come on Facebook and show my face and talk. What was I going to be talking about? What will I mean, it was so, you may not think it's something, but I was really scared. I didn't know what to do. And I was already in the business. This is why I said that, I mean, if people on my team now, I tell them that you have to, you just have to come on the board. You got to come online to show your face. So when I had to come online, the first attempt, I was just, I didn't know what to say. It was like I was in the front of all these people, and I was just thinking of what anybody could say. You know, in my profession, I have been going to conferences and I make presentations at conferences. But it's different because that one is a scientific presentation, and it is what I have done, which I can prove, and things like that. It's different from when you are talking to a crowd that you are not seeing. The crowd at my professional presentations, there are people, I'm looking at them like this. They are understanding my language, they are understanding what I'm telling them, and they can visualize it. But now I'm talking to people that I can't see. So I had difficulty thinking of what I would say and how I would show my face. So I was there. It really slowed me down because I didn't know what to do. Sometimes I would make 10 video shots in a day. I would do it as I'm doing it, even when I write it down and I'm looking at it, it's still the words will just tumble at some point, maybe towards the end, maybe at the beginning. Then I will have to time myself because all these things are timed. And I didn't know how to time myself. I would just see that after practicing and practicing and deciding, okay, this one is good, when I now come in front of the camera, then I see that it's not good, or I forget something, or it looks as if I'm reading it. It's not coming from inside of me. So there is this business partner. Apart from all the things that we're doing, this business, one of the things that I love most about it is that we collaborate. So when I now asked, I just mentioned it to somebody, and the lady just came up. One of us, I've never met her. She lives in Canada. She said, "You are not an introvert." I said, "Oh, do you know me?" She said, just come, let's do it." So we're meeting online, and she was telling me, okay, write what you want to say, do this, do that, and so on, which I was doing. Then she would say, the same way you are talking to me, you are addressing me. Pretend as if when you go online, you are talking to me. Don't think about all the other crowd. Just pretend as if you are talking to me, and you'll come out of all these things. That if you are able to talk to me, then you are able to talk to the whole world. I said, okay. So I started practicing with her. And then one thing she said is that you get over thinking that you have to write a script down if you have not gotten the business in the inside of you. That first of all, study the business very well and know what it is all about. When you begin to experience it, you are supposed to be bringing out your own experience. It's like somebody teaching people how to carry pregnancy till and you are just saying it from what you have read. It's different from somebody that was actually pregnant and delivered, carried it for 9 months. That person will be telling you what she experienced. So
Mhm.
it's the same thing. So I had to go and sit down at the business, learn it very well, look at all the things, attend all those meetings and everything. When the business came on in the inside of me, I was now able to bring it out to whosoever. I'm no longer, no longer short of whatever to say now. If you wake me up, I know what I am doing. I know what I've gained in the business. I know what I have seen. I know what I've encountered. So when you are saying something that is the truth, you don't need to think two times because it will always be the same. too. That's my own story.
Thank you for sharing, Mosunmola. And yes, I think well, I can relate to your story too because I started last year and then I joined this 90-day life challenge. Well, 90-day challenge, run challenge. And then after that, we had like 10 days go live challenge inside that. And it was my first time, and I don't like to be in front of the camera. Like I like to be behind the camera, but I had to face my fears and get out of the comfort zone. So I try it. I'm a shy person, okay, and introvert like you. So when I did it, I was scared. And when I started to record myself, and so many times,
Yeah,
repeating, recorded,
that's
until
it.
eventually I got used to see myself, like your friend was telling you. So like talking to myself, so I was fine. But then I needed to proceed to the next step, which is press the live button. And it was scary, to press the live button because one thing is when you record yourself and then you post it on your business page, but another thing is going live and you see that a lot of people is gonna see you, you know and I have that in my mind. It's really, it's our mind that makes those imagination things, so i I went, I pressed the live button, and then with time, I got used to see myself. And because, I was okay because nobody was watching. So I was happy about that. But one day, late at night, um, when I saw, because we had our day live 10 days ago, live challenge was every day. You couldn't miss a day. So I had to do it late at night. I said, okay, I gotta do it before, the days end. So I thought that no one was watching me because it was late at night. So then I pressed the live button and I started to do my live, and suddenly I see someone is watching me. And I was like, oh my God, now what I'm gonna say? Like I got so I froze in the moment, and everything that I have planned to say, I forget it all completely. And I was scared and I didn't know what to say. So I started to improvise on the live. So that was a scary moment for me. Um, After that, I did it with my group that I was doing for the 90-day challenge. It was scary too because I didn't know what to say. Like if I look back to my first lives, it's like, oh my God, I don't want to see it, because all the things that I say. But that's part of your journey.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to say is doing lives is not mandatory. It's up to you. It's optional. You decide if you want to do it. But the reason why many of us decide to go live and be here and talk to you, the audience, is because this is a way we can connect with you. This is a way you can get to know us more, get to know us about the business, and you get to see us. That we are the same as you. We are normal people. We have our fears. We have our challenges, but we have our why, our big why, and our big why is stronger or bigger, than those fears, those doubts, uh, those things that make us afraid, like stepping out of our comfort zone. Our why is stronger, is bigger than that. So that's why we are here, because we want to be able also to inspire others that you are capable of doing whatever you set your mind to. Because many times we think that, oh, we're not capable of doing this, but how do you know if you haven't tried? You have to try and then you will see. And that's what happened to us. We tried to go live and we went live, and you know now we're proud. Yes, we can see how we were from the beginning to where we are now, and we have changed, and we keep changing, because we still in this journey learning, as we go. So but we see the improvement, from the beginning to now. So yes, I do relate to your story, and I think a lot of people will relate to your story too, because it's normal. Sometimes we are afraid of get out of that, comfort zone, you know. But it's good when you do it and then you realize, you know, it wasn't that bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was scary. It's normal. It's just scary when you do things that you're not used to. You're
Mhm.
scared, you know. You have that fear of what should I do? Is this okay? But you know, you gotta try because that's the only way you're gonna learn. That's the only way you're gonna know that yes, you're capable of doing it. But if you never try, you're gonna stay in the same place. You're not growing. You know, trying new things helps you grow, helps you appreciate things that you know that are available to you. So that's I do agree, and thank you for sharing, Mosumola, because you know a lot of people will relate to you with your story. For me, major challenge, besides you know that one that Mosumola shared, I think, well, I was starting my business last year, and I was doing all my training, you know, really fast and all that. But then, you know, I was starting to do my advertising. But advertising for me is something new. I never done advertising before. So I didn't know how it works, you know, what to expect and all that. And especially when you deal, you know, with different social media platforms. So I started with YouTube. So I created well, we created a video when I went to Calgary as a group video. And I posted, and then I did my description, my title, and suddenly I put it in, you know, in the Google ad and waiting, you know, to be activated. And I was so excited. And suddenly I received a red flag from YouTube. And I was like, oh no. For me, you know, that moment, well, it's normal because I guess I was new. For, for me, on that moment, I felt devastated. I felt like, wow, I just started my business. I wanted to go forward, and now this happens. So now what's going to happen? So I felt really devastated, feel down. Um, I was lucky that at the moment, you know, I had a friend that, you know, she lives in the same city as me, so we usually talk together, and we did stuff together. And she was with me. We always meet every day. Um, and she was you know, on the phone with me, and I told her what happened, and I was devastated. So she gave me that hope. Um, and she pushed me, you know, because she talked to me, I was able to go back and trying to find out for a solution. So I from that challenge, I learned a lot of things. The first thing is you gotta feed your mindset, you know, because I thought that I had a strong mindset because, you know, I've encountered challenges before, and I learned from those challenges. But on this one, I realized that if you don't feed your mindset is going to fail you when you face an obstacle, depending, you know, the degree of the obstacle to you. So in this case, for me, you know, I saw it like a big challenge when in reality it wasn't that big challenge, but because it was new to the business, for me, it was a big because I wanted to go forward with my business. And then for me, I saw it like, okay, now that's the end of it. But it wasn't. So I learned about that. I learned that you gotta keep listening to positive content. You gotta listen to motivated content or read audiobooks. If you love to read books that you know that will inspire, that will keep you motivated, that will keep you resilient. You know, something that will inspire you to keep moving forward and that you can learn from. Um, so you can listen to podcasts too. There's so many resources out there that will help you to feed your mindset because you have to feed your mindset because your mindset, think it out about like a muscle. If you don't work your muscle is going to get weak. So
Mhm.
the thing is for your mindset. If you don't feed your mindset is going to fail you when you're going to face an obstacle.
Mhm.
But if you feed your mindset all the time, when you see an obstacle, you're not gonna see it as an obstacle. You're gonna see it as window of opportunity, or you're gonna see it as a lesson that you learn from it. So you're gonna always see it at the positive side, not the negative side.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things that I learned from that. The other thing that I'm grateful is, the global online community support that we have. In this case, it was my friend, that lives in the same city as me that is also doing the business. We are not financially connected at all, but we met through one of our communications app, and that's how I met her here. And then that's how we started, to work together in the business and push and motivate each other. Um, so that's what I'm grateful to. And the other thing, that challenge that I face helped me to have to see things in a different perspective, in a way that, there's always a solution. You just have to ask around, find a solution, and then do it. So because of that challenge that I faced on YouTube, when I went to Facebook to start my advertising, I faced another challenge there, but I knew that I didn't do anything wrong. Um, but for some reason, I was stopped by Facebook because they required something. So I started to ask around, and then they told me what to do. So I did it, but I didn't feel the same way that I felt when I first time I got it on YouTube. So this is how, my mindset shift from being a victim to find a solution. So that's one of the things that I learned from that. And the other thing that I learned is, the word that I use when you pick a word on doing advertising, make sure that that word doesn't have two meanings. And if it does, make sure that that second meaning that you have, or one of, yeah, the second meaning, though, is not a flag word, because for me that was the case. I used the word investment. But for me, when I was talking about investment, I was talking about investment in time. But YouTube took it as an investment in financial investment. So financial investment on YouTube is a flag word. So that's why I got flagged. So I just needed to change the wording and upload it again, and that's how I fixed my problem. So just ask around. The other thing I learned is don't go with the first answer when you ask, because the first answer might be right or might be wrong. In this case, my first answer that someone gave me was wrong. So always ask several people and see if all these people that you ask come up with the same answer. So if they come up with the same answer, that means that's the correct answer. So you have to evaluate and then pick the right answer. So that's what I did. And then at the end, how to do it. Then I had a friend that was on my 90-day group challenge, that she went through the same thing. So she walked me through on the steps that I needed to be able to fix it. So this is the other thing, amazing. The global online community, how we help each other uh, on this journey together. So, and the knowledge that I learned from this challenge is also that I can pass that on to others so they don't do the same mistake as I did. And if they do, for example, if they do, then I know how to help them to fix it. So these are the things that, we learn. It was a major challenge at the time, but, because I was new, but there's always a way to fix it, and it's all on your mindset. What do you do at that moment? So from that lesson I learned several things, that, now I apply it to my journey in the online business, and I try to share that knowledge to others so they don't do the same mistake as I did, and they don't feel the same way as I did. But yeah, we do have our journeys, as we go through, we face some challenges. It's not always, a straight line. We have ups and downs. But thanks
Yeah.
to our online business community, we're able to overcome those downs, and go continue our journey, be inspired by others. Um, because they help us because they already went through the same things we did. So they're able to motivate us to keep moving forward and find and tell us, that's not the end of the world. You can do this and move on and fix, and continue your journey. So I hope so that.
I want to I want to make a presentation. I want to share my screen.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Entire screen. Mm. Is
Okay.
it that you
In the meantime, while
this one? I want to share this.
okay,
So, um, should I go to share or present?
yes, share.
Share. I've already put share.
Oh, you have to present. Click the
Yes, it's
button
present.
present,
I've already clicked present.
and then you have to
Okay.
click. And then you have to
So,
click. Sorry, Mosunmola. You see where it says hide? You gotta click hide. There you go.
okay, it's just a short one that I just created now, is business strategy. Because all that we have been talking about today is just business strategy. And the lesson that we have learned is that when we hold our hands, no matter your culture, no matter your background, your profession, everybody, when we hold our hands together, we make a very colorful presentation. And male, female, anything that you are, we just hold our hands together and we are able to grow. We are able to leverage. We are able to help each other up. In this business, you are your own CEO and you run your own brand, but we still hold our hands together, and there is nobody that is competing with you in this business. We are all helping each other. We are just helping each other to make sure that you are a better version of yourself today than yesterday. And also, you know, if you open your mouth and you reach out, somebody is there to grab you and lift you up. Success and failure, they are all part of the same package. That's another thing that we have learned. It was actually part of the presentation at last year, that's 2023 convention at Calgary, that failure is part of the package and we should learn to accept no. Even go for the no. Go for the no. That is it. Go for the no and see how your mindset will change. So this is, I mean, in this business, I learned a lot of things that create fun. We're just enjoying the journey along as we are going. So that is just it. That's just what I want to share. That it's always fun being in this business because we learn a lot of things.
Yes. And I love what you mentioned about the go for the no. And that's one thing, we always feel
You
bad when we
remember
get a
it at
no.
the Calgary. Go for the
Yes.
no. Failure is part of the package of success. So don't
Yes.
feel no. Just step out into the courage zone, and you will see how far you can go.
Yes. Because if we see, so many of the successful businessmen, out there, how many times have they failed and how many times they back up, and some of them have had like bankruptcy, like more than one, and they are succeeding in the business world. So failures are not bad things. And
Mhm.
going back to the no, we always so used to like no is a bad thing, but really, when I heard that at the Calgary convention about go for the no, it really inspired because it works your mindset, because the more no's you get, like you're happy. Yes, okay, more no's. Eventually you're gonna get the yes. But the more no's you hear when you offer this opportunity to others, the more you feel more strong, more resilient,
Yeah.
uh, because it doesn't affect you anymore.
Yeah.
So
That
that's
is.
that's that's why it's good, like you get as many snow as you want. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect you anymore. Okay, so next, let's go for another no, and eventually we'll get the yes. But yeah, I like that go for the no. I love how they portray, the the go for the no. The 10, I think it
Yeah.
was 10's no, and then you get one yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it is good. I like, and there
But
is a book about it.
just enjoy the journey. Just enjoy your journey. No matter what you do, you're still going to go through the same route. So just enjoy your journey as you're going, and it's good for your health. When you are
Yes.
enjoying your journey, just like you are flying from, like from my country to the US now, if you are flying straight, it will take you like 12 hours or 13. Okay, if you are going on 13 hours trip and you can't drop along the way, then you begin to say, oh, how long is it going to take? Oh, this, and oh, the drink is not good. Oh, the food is peppery. Oh, this and that. Oh, I don't like the person I sit down beside. Oh, I don't like this hostess. I do not like the. If you keep on complaining, you complain all through the journey. But if you are the other type that we just look and watch everything and smile and relax, you can even sleep. When you come down, you feel refreshed. So why don't you choose the right one?
Yeah. The positive mindset,
Yeah.
in the positive sides of everything. Yes. Yeah, thank you for sharing that about, the go for the no, and also the enjoy your journey, because we have to enjoy our journey. Um it's, those struggles that we might encounter along the way, those are, how do I say that? Those are, it keeps you motivated to keep
Yeah.
moving forward, because you are able to overcome them. You are able to uh continue. So when you write it down, all this, in a journal, when you started all and as you go, and you look back when you feel down, you can see, well, I was able to accomplish all this, so why am I giving up now? Let's keep going. um
That's true.
so it's very inspiring to, because you learn from those struggles. Those
Yeah.
struggles make you a stronger person.
Hmm.
It opens your eye. You have a better perspective of life. You can start to seeing things different.
Yeah.
And that's how, when I encountered the Facebook, I saw it in a different perspective that when I saw it the first time on YouTube. And that's how I learned from that experience to this one. So it makes
Yeah.
a huge difference. Enjoy your journey. The journey is
Mhm.
amazing, even if with
Yeah.
the struggles. I love it.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's part of it. It's
Okay.
part of us. Okay, so we have arrived to the end of our life today. So if you guys want to learn how you too you can earn online, you can watch the replay from our last Thursday's webinar. And here are the hosts and panelists for that day. So as host, we had Tina. She's a retired business development manager. And our panelists are Beth. She's a mechanical engineer. We have Alberta. She's an accountant and healthcare professional. Clarence, an electrician. Then we have Kishwar, a full-time mom and digital business owner.
And we also had Eden, who is a dentist, Shazia, a journalist, Lena, a registered nurse, and Natasha, who is a digital business owner full time.
Yes. So our live webinar has subtitles now in 5 languages. So that's Spanish, French, Vietnamese, Tagalog, and Arabic. And our replay has subtitles in any languages. So if you want to learn how you can earn online, you can register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch in this case, the replay from last Thursday. And then you also get in there an invitation to watch the live webinar for this coming Tuesday. Our live webinar is every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, I just want to clarify you're not joining the business. This is just free information for you to learn how our business plan works and also to be able to hear testimonials from members of our community. In addition to that, you also get invited to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and also more information about the business. So you got nothing to lose, you have more to gain. So uh, if you're a person that is a skeptical or someone who has doubt, um, don't it's good to be skeptical, but at the same time, don't stay skeptical because you don't know if what is on the other side is the opportunity that you are looking for you and your family.
Yeah.
And for those who has doubts, uh, don't worry if you think like I don't have the skills, I don't have the knowledge, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Don't worry about that because our business plan is designed for anyone. No need to have experience, no need to have any knowledge. We provide all that. We provide a training that is video based, step by step, that you can follow easily. And also, you get all the tools that you require to be able to succeed in the business, including a global community support, mentorship, and also a coach that is going to be guiding you along the way. So, really, the only thing that you gotta do is take that leap of faith, believe in yourself, because that's the most important. It doesn't matter if we believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself, nothing can happen. So you gotta believe in yourself that you are capable of doing it because anyone is capable of doing it if you set your mind to it.
Yeah.
So I just wanna end it with that. Oh, you wanted to say something, Masamola?
Yeah, it's okay. Be an action taker. That's all.
Um, so yeah, so we want to thank all of our viewers that has watched today, and thank you to all the those watching the replay. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from, and also if you have any questions or if you wanna add anything about this topic in the comments, please uh, put it in the comments. We are welcome to read it. We're welcome to reply to your comments. So. Um, Feel free to put anything in the comments about this topic and anything if you want to learn about the business, just comment there. What word would be good for that? More info, I guess. You can put info. Um, so yeah. So we also want to thank our followers. Thank you, followers, for being part of our journey, for believing in us. So we want to thank you for the support that you gave us along our journey. So thank you everyone for all your emojis, comments, and everything for watching today. So until the next episode of the Eagles in the Digital Business, a Candid Chit
Yeah.
Chat with
We,
Mosunmola and Sandy. Thank you for watching, everyone.
thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Bye.
Black Sunday.